Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our second session. This time we talk about the power of AI within media production companies. Not only Neo from the movie Matrix is actually fascinated from the possibilities what an AI system can give you, also the media and entertainment sector is now gaining ground of using an AI system on their daily workflows. Before we jump now into our LinkedIn AI matrix, let me demonstrate what you can expect from the next around 10 minutes. First, I will give you a general overview how AI can influence the media and entertainment sector. Second, you will actually see, based on an example, how we are using artificial intelligence within our LinkedIn studios. And last but not least, you will actually see our architecture design, which is based on Azure resources to use an artificial intelligence system. And now, lean back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello everyone. As you all know how AI is influencing our day-to-day life, but how it is doing it. So let's take an example how AI is impacting the media industry. In today's world, media industry is following automated processes where one can now use AI in media production and they can gather content and understand data pools. So we can say there is a significant amount of innovation that has already started to occur in these areas, such as video editing, script writing, and many more. Let's have a look at a few of them. AI has a great impact in video editing. You can select photos from an album, rearrange it, add background music, set the video length, and in a few seconds, your video is created. AI can also assist you in locating most appropriate video clips and pictures for your film. AI can make a video more interesting by proposing changes that the user may not have even considered. With AI editing tools, you don't need to know how to edit a video, and that's the power of AI. AI has also started to have a major impact in script writing. There is an automatic script writer, Benjamin, which is an AI algorithm which has created multiple movie scripts. AI can get trained over time from your scripts and videos and make adjustments based on what it has learned. If you're a fan of music and love to compose it, you can make serious use of AI. AI can learn the art of music composition by reading a large collection of music partitions, create a mathematical model representation of what music is, and write completely new, unique music. Now, talking about the voiceover talent, AI has come a long way. Whether it's about correct pronunciation of heteronyms, providing different regional voices, adjusting the speed, inserting breaks between words or sentences, emphasizing on a particular word, everything is possible. With a selection of factors like mood, style, you can compose unique music which is broadcast ready in a few seconds. This really is intriguing, isn't it? If you feel like it's already too much, we are not over yet. AI has deeply impacted the nature of cinematography. Aerial drones can take motion pictures from any angle, any distance, can avoid obstacle collisions, set a profile shot while filming a movie, and whatnot. Color correction and scene identification are also automated, resulting in a better visual experience. As you all may have seen, artificial intelligence is reshaping the media environment. And now is the moment for organizations to seize the opportunity. It is highly cost effective, it's super simple to use, and will take care of the majority of the work for you. While AI is revolutionizing the media industry, it is only doing it as a tool to aid and support us, human beings. But it's still far away for AI to automate everything and replace us. Now I'll hand it over to Shashank, who will explain how AI is impacting LinkedIn's media content. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Abhijit, for introducing us to this ocean of possibilities. They are definitely taking over. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the next part, I will like to take you to a different journey on how LinkedIn leverages AI and its AI platform, how it makes the entire production process easier and the overall benefits it gives to a LinkedIn productions team. I'll be starting with one of our use cases, the kind of metadata we have. We'll walk you through a raw metadata, and I will end it with a in architecture walkthrough of our cloud platform with AI. But before we do that, I would start with a small anecdote. Now, sometime back, one of our directors reached out to Steve from the marketing team and said, "Hey, Steve, do you remember that marketing video we did years ago, which had Steve Justin talking to John and spilling a coffee? I think we can bring that up. We can use that in one of our promotion packages." Now, what do you think would be Steve's response to this? Like, he would just have a poker face, right? Millions of videos at LinkedIn, and all the information he got was a video years ago with Justin spilling some coffee. Crazy, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that AI enables us to do. You have millions of videos, a sample space of millions of videos. You put a filter of Justin with coffee, and suddenly your sample space reduces to probably some 50 videos. And then your task is a lot easier, right? This is what happened with us. Now we do have millions of videos, but every single one of our videos indexed and the entire metadata is present. We analyze the faces, we recognize the objects, names taken, the transcriptions, and each one of these metadata is indexed and instantly searchable. And that is the power of AI. As for walkthrough, I will give you an example. We recently did a speaker series session with Matthew McConaughey, and this is a, I would recommend you watching this video. This is even present on YouTube, and you can go through it. And Nina McQueen, who is our VP, was the speaker for this video. And if you see on the right, we have multiple metadata fields for this video. Matthew McConaughey has been identified as a tag personality because who doesn't know him? Everyone knows him, right? Then we also identified the brands, which was obviously LinkedIn, because since this was a LinkedIn speaker series video, we had multiple occurrences of LinkedIn. Either they were spoken by different speakers or they were present on the screen as text. Next, we have tag locations like Maine, Bangalore, Toronto, Paris. These are some of the locations that were identified in this video. And then next comes the tag names. Now, the difference between names and personalities is, let's take the example of our current talk. If we analyze this video from our system, I won't be recognized as a personality because I'm not a known personality, at least not yet. So I won't be recognized. I won't be coming in the stacked personality section, but we will be taking the name Shashank multiple times, right? So a system will recognize that Shashank is a name that was taken in this video, and it will be present in this name section. So the moment once this is complete, the moment you search for Shashank, this video comes up as one of the results. And that's what we are showing here. Nina McQueen, who was the host of this session, is present and was one of the names. And so are others like Rochelle Diamond, Jake Breggins, and so on. Each of these metadata fields are tagged to the exact timestamps as well. So for Matthew McConaughey, you can jump to the exact timestamps where Matthew is present, either on frame or is being talked about. Similar goes for LinkedIn, similar goes for Nina McQueen. This gives a whole plethora of opportunities for us to do. Like imagine a conference talk which had 4 hours with multiple speakers speaking in it, and you just, for some reason, you just wanted to listen to one particular section of a speaker. Now, with our system like this, you can directly jump to the exact timestamp where that speaker starts. Saves time for everyone, right? This is just a subset of what data we have. Let's talk about the Matthew McConaughey video again. And this is the metadata set we have. Not too much, just 67,000 lines of JSON. So if you see this, we have the usual metadata fields like what was the duration, but then comes the interesting parts. We have the faces, which begins with Matthew McConaughey. I think McConaughey was recognized as a face. And we also have an appearance array. This denotes every timestamp where Matthew was on screen. And we also have a description about him. Now, this description is coming from Bing, and we are 99.78% confident that this is Matthew. Similarly, apart from faces, we also put in a lot of keywords for this, like red light, and we also have yellow light. I'm sure since Netflix works, you guys are thinking of Squid Games, but this is something else. You will have to see the video to find that out. Now we also have sentiments and emotions, and then we also have labels. Now this helps in automatic tagging of the video and enables the searching easier. And topics also help us in like what are the topics of this video. Like you are able to see, right, how this can help the entire process. Now let's come to the further video insights. Now we also generate a transcript for a video. The entire video is transcribed and is present with us. And we also identify the various things via OCR as well as the different faces we have already talked about. And then this is a name location, which I sort of show. This is let's come to Bangalore. This had just one instance, right? And this is the exact timestamp when the Bangalore occurred on screen. This was the overall metadata that we have about each and every one of those millions of videos when we are talking about LinkedIn scale. And all of this data is instantly searchable. So you search for Justin, you search for coffee, you are able to find the relevant video in some time, no matter how old it is. Even vague searches will give results. Now, for the next section, I would like to explain you how we are leveraging cloud with our platforms to achieve all of this. Now, LinkedIn is a company that extensively uses Azure, and most of our projects are Azure based, and so is this one. So let's come to the architecture diagram here. So if you see this architecture diagram, we have a blob storage, this which is nothing but an object storage, and this storage acts as a source of truth for us. Every video that is ends up in the storage has to be indexed. Now we have a whole separate transporting workflow just before the storage, which is responsible for putting proxy videos in the storage. And that's why will not be covering that in this talk, maybe some other time. And one other reason we are indexing proxy videos is, like, let's take my examples, right? 4K, the metadata we are talking about, the faces, the names, whether you take 4K video or a 480p video, both are going to give the same results, but analyzing a 4K video is going to be a lot more expensive than a 481, right? So that's why we use proxy videos here. Now, if you see this, our architecture, we have extensively used serverless platforms as well. In this case, Azure functions. If you're coming from the AWS world, you would know this as AWS Lambda. Now, this Azure function is responsible for all the pre-processing that needs to be done before a video is indexed, like making the cleanup of the file, the normal analysis, not the video analysis, but the normal one, or triggering some other services that need to know that there was a new proxy file, and everything around that is handled by this function. Once that is complete, an event is put into a message queue from where it comes to our main metadata extract core service. Now, this is a service which extracts with all the external services as well as the models to do the analysis. Now, if you see in this diagram, we have Azure Video Indexer. Now, Azure Video Indexer is a Azure offering for Azure Cognitive Services offering for video analysis, which we make extensive use of and provides us most of the metadata that you just saw. Now, once this all is computed, all the metadata is stored into our database, which is Cosmos DB in our case. And another thing is all this data is instantly indexed from our side. So all the metadata, all the videos become searchable. And post this, we also have another post processing Azure function, which is again a service platform. And this is responsible for doing all the post-processing tasks. One of those things is writing the metadata back to Iconic. Iconic was the UI I just showed you with the Matthew McConaughey video. And it also performs the other tasks, like we have another team that needs to manage the ACLs about the video. So once the analysis is complete, we manage the ACLs on that side, and those are written. So everything around post-processing is handled by a separate set of Azure functions. We have a few more Azure functions that haven't been shown in this section. Now, also, if you see, this data is indexed from our side, and this index data is used by the different services across LinkedIn to search our entire catalog of millions of videos. So one day you come, you search for Matthew or McConaughey or even Nina McQueen, and all these videos come up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was our end of the video. Now I will like to move to the closing sections, and I think we can have a good Q&A now. Thank you.